so we're starting week 16. For those of you that don't know, my brother did pass away, and it's the reason for my lack of putting up videos the past 2 weeks. I appreciate all the support from my students and family and associates here at school. This week, we're going to be starting thermodynamics, and our first lesson is going to be here from Monday, December 12th, 2011. We're going to start off not by going straight into some physics, but we are going to have some homework on that. But I wanted to explore something I did some research on while I was out, and that's Gardner's multiple intelligences. And you'll see here it says students are going to work on identifying their type of intelligence. There's multiple types. And that's going to help us create a student profile. That student profile is going to be used to help me offer a more differentiated lesson to the students that will, help them learn the content in a way that suits them. So we're going to go ahead and begin by reviewing the handouts that you're going to be given today, and then I'll talk a little bit about the homework reading assignment that you have. The first thing that I'd like to point out is going to be the actual intelligences themselves, and the link here is going to be multiple intelligences overview. And when you click on that, it'll take you here, and you'll see that there are 8 different intelligences that are listed, and they have a brief description if you'd like to review them. And I'll explain how these are going to be passed out in class here shortly. But you should probably take the time to take a look at them if you're doing this from home. Okay, the other handout that's going to be given right as you walk in is this Gardner's handouts. And Gardner is the person who did research on this. And when you look at your handout, you'll notice that the one that you have online here available to you is actually a fillable form, and that's new. I hadn't been doing that, but this is in case you lose your homework and you're at home. You can just click on here, and you can actually input your answers and then email me the form when you've finished inputting. Okay, so you can see right here, I've just clicked on it, and you can type whatever you want, and you can also print it. So you don't actually have to have the handout right in front of you to write on. So the first page you'll see is broken up into the 8 different intelligences. There's a little box for each. We're not going to use this page here to start the lesson. You'll see here that it does say to write a summary of the information reported back to your group from each specialist, and you need to include main points for what they say. Today we're going to be doing a jigsaw activity, which means you're basically going to get into the groups that you normally would get into, and then I'm going to number you off 1 through 8. The 1 through 8 will be aligned with these different intelligences. So if you're number 1, you're going to be breaking off from your original group that you're in into a group with nothing but the number 1s. Okay, so let's say that the number 1s were studying the linguistic intelligence. You would write in here linguistic intelligence, and then you would write down who is in your group, so group members' names. And then you'll see here that there's a KWL. At each table I have some computers, and your group is going to be responsible for your number 1 group. Y'all are the specialists, and you'll be looking up information on linguistic intelligence. You're going to write here what you know about what the word linguistic may mean, or what you think linguistic intelligence is. You're going to write down what you want to know about linguistic intelligence so that you can report it back to your group members. And then right here, you're going to write down any information that you've learned after doing research on the computer on linguistic intelligence. So once you're done with this form, you'll see I've given you plenty of space to write. Once you're done with this form, I'm going to give you about 25 minutes to do this, do the research. You'll go back to your original group with information you learned, and you'll report it back to them. Now, when you report it back to them, they'll include whatever you say about linguistic intelligence right here. Likewise, you'll listen to what they've learned about spatial and visual intelligence, musical, rhythmic, bodily, kinesthetic, naturalistic, logical and mathematical, interpersonal and intrapersonal intelligences, so that you can write down a brief description of each here. Okay, so this will be done after we've done the specialist part where you've looked up your information. You'll come back to your original group and you'll report that information back. This is where that'll go. When we're done with this, the very last thing that you'll do, and I'm sorry that they're not in order, it's a mistake on my part. The very final thing that you'll do, and if you can't finish, you have to actually do this for homework when your own time. It says to go to the following website and take a self-test and to record your scores for each intelligence on the handout. So if you go to this web page, you'll see that you can actually click on it by just clicking here, and we can go ahead and take a look at it. We're going to go ahead and allow it because we do trust the site. You'll have to input your information to get in. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do this one here at school because they've blocked it, apparently. But I will see about downloading it in a way that you can actually take it. So I guess we're not going to be able to worry about this one today. But you can actually go ahead and look at this at home if you'd like and get your results and bring them back. If you're able to do that on your own, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll probably just go off of what you think you are based on what you've learned. And that's going to conclude the actual assignment that we're doing today. Again, this is a jigsaw activity, so we'll be in our original groups and we'll split up into new groups to learn new information that we bring back to our group. The other thing that you have assigned to you today is a Cinch Science reading assignment. So if you go over here to Cinch Science and you go ahead and log in, you'll find that there's a reading assignment. I don't expect you to do any practice problems or questions. I just want you to read the information so when you come in tomorrow, a lot of the vocabulary should be familiar to you. So that's going to conclude the lesson for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sorry for being a bit rusty. Like I said, I was out for 2 weeks. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. Appreciate it.